And U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday railed against the impeachment inquiry. The U.S. House Intelligence Committee will kick off next week. Speaking at a packed arena during a Keep America Great campaign rally in Louisiana, Trump doubled down on his assertion that a House-led impeachment inquiry into his presidency was a hoax and mocked leading Democratic 2020 contenders. We have more in this report.
That's President Trump's description of the impeachment against him over a phone call to Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. House Democrats will begin convening public impeachment hearing next week. Chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff, announced that the three marquee witnesses will be called next week to begin making a case for President Trump's impeachment in public. Reacting to this development, Trump told a friendly audience in Louisiana to hold Democrats and the media for what he called the impeachment hoax.
But Democrats must be accountable for their hoaxes and for their crimes. Now, corrupt politicians, Nancy Pelosi and shifty Adam Schiff, and the crooked media have launched the deranged, delusional, destructive, and hyper-partisan impeachment witch hunt. Now we go again.
In a defiant move, Trump once again launched an attack against Biden, reiterating his rhetoric that they be investigated.
Then Biden flies to China. He obviously met with different people than I deal with, because we're doing well with China, but I'll tell you. But he flies with his father, who was then vice president. And in 10 minutes, he picks up $1.5 billion for his fund. These are different Chinese people that I've been working with, excuse me. I called up one of the top guys on Wall Street. I said, can you do that? Nope, I've been trying for years. I can't do it. He's like the smartest guy on Wall Street. Now the Democrats are covering up Slow Sleepy Joe. And they're trying to steal your vote and silence your voice. And I don't even know, because I'm looking at Pocahontas. Can you imagine? No. Pocahontas is starting to emerge from the ashes. I thought she was gone. We hit her very hard 6 months ago. I give her credit. She's emerging from the ashes. Not a nice person. 1024th Indian blood. I have more than she does, and I have none. I have none, but I have more than she does.
According to Adam Schiff, William Taylor, the top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, and Deputy Assistant Secretary of State George Kent will testify on November 13th, while former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Maria Yovanovitch, will appear on November 15th. He said more details will be released in coming days.
And joining us now to discuss this is a global affairs analyst, Collins Owinke. Now, many thanks to you, Collins Owinke, for joining us on this hour. So let's look at the latest development on the impeachment probe against Trump. The House Intelligence Committee Chairman, Adam Schiff, has said that the probe will be made public from next week. Now, everything will be live and for everyone to see. So what is the implication of that for this probe?
Well, thank you very much, Precious, for having me. Essentially, I believe that while the President Donald Trump is doubling down on his denial, but also frontal attack on the Democrats are much more concerned about making their inquiry and investigations rather transparent and open, which is the reason that they have felt that it is important to take this matter also to the court of public opinion. Essentially, the reason then for making the hearings open, it's going to be, televised live, like we heard, and they are going to, remain open to journalists covering this, essentially to give the American people the opportunity to follow all the activities surrounding the attempt to impeach the president. So yes, this is significant, but whether this will, mean the last nail on Donald Trump's impeachment coffin remains to be seen.
All right, two of the people who will be testifying next week, November 15, is the U.S. diplomat to Ukraine, William Taylor, and former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Yovanovitch. Do you think that their testament or testimony rather would be significant in this probe?
Anyway, I do not know that there is anything they are going to, any information that they are going to divulge in this, planned hearing, this planned testimony that has not been actually out there. However, it will mean a reconfirmation of the fact that, these very critical individuals are actually saying this from their own mouth, and it will give the public the opportunity to hear them. So denial for those, who are somewhere in the margin will then be made much more difficult for Donald Trump. Again, I would say that you have two blocks in America. A block that is actually on the side of Donald Trump, come what may, and then a block that actually, feels convinced or somewhere in between. I think for those who are somewhere in between, the testimonies, as we're going to hear them, will be very significant and might help in them making up their mind which side they stand.
All right, talking about helping, we saw Democrats win election in Kentucky, which is a red state. I mean, it's known as a red state. Do you think that that's just local politics, or that's an impact of this impeachment probe?
It is hard to say that it has anything to do with the impeachment probe, but I must tell you that the group of undecided individuals who feel that, yes, there may be something in this, but we are yet to see the real meat. That group is thinning down gradually because some of them have actually, a significant number of them, as a matter of fact, have actually seen enough to convince them that, yes, President Donald Trump may have done something untoward here and deserves to be impeached. So, yes, even though a small number may have been affected in Kentucky, I do not believe that it has played a major role in, the Democrats' win in Kentucky.
Collins Uwenke, Global Affairs Analyst, many thanks for sharing your thoughts with us.